Hello! Welcome to another stream. This is a new game. I actually have not even gotten to the menu screen yet. Primarily because I saw this disclaimer at the beginning and immediately realized that I wanted to do a series on this. And I just wanted to unpack what's here. So, for a survival game, especially one that's trying to be realistic, this is a very good screen. Obviously, the first statement, yes. I hope very few people would condone such things. This I like. The fact that, wildlife behavior is... They know it's a game. I often gripe on this, but I'll get back to that in a second. This is something I wanted to unpack because it's the games like this I've always wanted to say are not like a replacement for actual survival. That puts it very well. Not a replacement at all. Typically, when I do these kinds of streams, I'm poking either fun or talking about what's different, what's not realistic in terms of survival. Oftentimes, I have this specific gripe that the animals are not behaving the way they should. You know, I always say in Skyrim, the bears just want to bother you every single time you're out in the woods. Gotta be accosted by 60 bears en route from Whiterun to Riften. I like to acknowledge that. And the one main thing I will say is that the only thing you can typically get from a video game in terms of survival experience is what I would say survival mentality, which I try to teach a little bit when I'm playing stuff, but it's more for fun anyway. Survival mentality being like, oh, I should avoid doing this. This is an unnecessary risk. I'm gonna, But I do like this. This statement is very good because, these games are not a replacement for survival training, especially the tactile, hands-on sort of stuff that you just need to figure out yourself, and you need to, there's no video game that can teach you knife skills, for example, and that's so important for being able to survive out in the wilderness. And this is not a wilderness. I wouldn't even trust any kind of simulation because there's too many different things you would need to simulate. You could definitely go with a camping simulator. That could definitely teach you some things about camping, but survival's literally life and death. So I thought this was a good disclaimer that I'm hovering on for what's it, like a minute at this point, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, because I did want to, bring this up. This is a very good... I'm not looking at this disclaimer going, well, I was going to play this game as I'm trying to teach you survival with the video games. No, this is not the point of any of the series I do, to try and teach survival through video games. It's a very good entry-level way of getting into the field of survival, but actual games are not a replacement for actual survival training. And if I hadn't said that before, I thought I probably have, but this disclaimer just reminded me to say it. That said, I'm not necessarily doing a no-death... I actually have not played this at all. I haven't even got to the main menu yet. So I'm just trying to play the game however, other people would play it. My first time playing this game, I'm going to play it how I would play a game. First time. Oh, that's nice. 10,000 trees. I do like me some trees. This is a known fact. Move the slider. Oh, yeah, this. Are dark without losing detail. That's about there. I probably should have, or could have, slid it all the way down, but all right now. We've come to talk to you about our updated privacy policy. Story mode. Let's just do survival. Death is the only ending. Oh, cool. Fun. I did look into with the difficulty settings and stuff like that. I didn't look into much other than that. I think I decided I was going to go with Voyager. Maybe later I'll go for something like that, but let's just try this. Love the main menu theme, though. That's really nice. Choose your region. I have no idea. This may completely and utterly... Let's try Pleasant Valley. That sounds... For advanced players, is this... Okay, Pleasant. Pleasant Valley is apparently for advanced players. Oh boy. Broken Railroad. For intermediate, let's find something that's... for, like... non-intermediate players, please. For new players. Let's go with that, because I'm a new player. Let's go with the dude. Name. Irony saves you. Irony is the... Irony and deadpan humor. Those are the things that'll keep you alive. Also, the northern Canadian wilderness is a very difficult place to survive, which is a very good setting for a pure survival game, because it's not easy. Let's see. I have some survival skills. I'm not the best. Obviously. I wouldn't even consider myself that experienced in most places. There are certainly some places that I definitely need to work on. Especially like trapping, which would be very helpful in Canadian wilderness. In fact, in the winter... Alright. In the winter, in most places, if there's snow on the ground, you're not going to find any wild edibles that are not... put it this way, hard to be vegan, I think Les Stroud put it. Hard to be vegan in the winter in Canada. In a survival situation, that is. So, since I've clearly crash-landed, how do I take stock of my backpack? That would be an important thing. So, we have a decent amount of stuff. First thing you would do if you found yourself in a poor environment is take stock of what you have. Ideally, it wouldn't take too much time, but you should break down your pack and see what you have, just to make sure you have what you need. Because if you don't have if you figure out something where it's like, oh, I don't have my my fire starting thing, you're in big trouble. And then you really need to focus on getting out of there, because if you don't have your fire starting, if you don't have anything to start a fire, and you're in the Canadian wilderness, you have very big problems. Also, 1 second. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, back. I did want to see. Yeah. Alright, so we can hear. You guys can't hear me. Every time I start a new game, I want to check to make sure I can still be heard. So I do look like I am having some trouble thermoregulating. I do like the fact that there's layers. Outer layer, inner layer. That's good. Do like that. Stick. Fire starting accelerant. Stick, tinder plug. $12 matches. Alright, let's figure out how to start a fire, because that's the most important thing. Obviously, I know how to start a fire in real life, but sometimes it's kind of contrived in the game. So... Oh, I am freezing. Okay. Let's figure out how we can start this fire. Actions. How to start fire. Ah, button. Figured it out. Let's find a... we're a little cold right now. Let's really quickly find a spot that's a little sheltered. But not too much, because... Actually, this would be good. I'm cold enough, I gotta start it with the accelerant.
Alright.
You know, this is not the time to be like, well, I'll save the accelerant for some other time. Because... No. I'm halfway freezing. I have the accelerant. So cooking slot. How would we add sticks to this fire? Add fuel. Okay. Alright. First goal right now, if you look, my water and food are fairly good. Let's figure out... I need to keep that fire going. Once you have fire, you do not let it go out. That is a very important rule of thumb.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
Hey, Sparky! Trying to figure out how to play this game. The actual stuff is not that intuitive. I'll figure it out, though. So we got more matches. Awfully cold. How to figure out... Just gonna click around, see what we got. In terms of, like, what does everything do? So, that's just at embers. Man, those sticks do not last long, huh? Something there. Let me warm up a little bit more. I can see my temperature increasing. As soon as it stops increasing, I'm going to head over there because I can clearly see. Hold on. Yeah, I can clearly see some kind of steeple over there. Burned out. Alright. Yeah. Let's head over here for some shelter. Church? Oh. How do you jump in this game? Can't. Alright. We have found a church. Let's see if there's anything. Plank. Cardboard box. Alright. Do we have any light sources? Absolutely not. Sort of look around in here. Temperature's a little
Can't feel my feet.
problematic, yeah. Is there anything in here? Feels like... Okay. Requires hunting knife to break down. Burn that. Yeah, no hatchet means no. Break this down real quick. Grab more stuff. And then, shame there's not really much here. But, what's this in a car? Have anything here? Hunting knife. Doesn't look like we got anything else. But a little hunting knife is good. Let's head back to that fire. The embers should still be useful. That's how embers work. Once you've got a fire started, at least if this game is accurate, it should be fairly easy to restart at the same place. It'll be dry at the very least. Alright. We definitely need to reevaluate. That spot there might be nice. Unfortunately, it's hard to tell whether or not... Okay. place this right here.
Come on.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, been there. I've been there.
Come on. Fire's life out here.
Alright. Alright. Let's add some serious fuel in here. Requires a hatch to break down. Darn it.
Damn.
What do we got?
Freezing.
Melt snow. Alright. Melted snow typically wouldn't make you sick, but it has the chance.
If I don't warm up soon.
Bingo. Why you would keep that in the... instead of in the bed of the truck, but in there? I don't know. There we go. How do you build more stuff is the question. How do I find shelter? Because finding shelter would be very important. You find shelter, you build shelter. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, so... fun. Okay, so... bit winded. Okay. Good food. It'll make you feel more Canadian. Ah, that's funny. Just gotta find a place to get out of this wind. Apparently the rocks not good enough. Alright. In truth, you would boil this to the point where it was super hot and you drink it. And trust me, that will warm you up. Won't much help your toes. Those will still need, still need to warm those. But been some times where a cup of hot water is probably the absolute best thing I've ever tasted. Alright. So far, the cars have been the only source of useful material lately. So let's enter these vehicles. What do we got in here? Nothing. Let's see if I can find something. It's a little better for keeping me out of the wind, at least. Search the glove box. What do you got in here? Empty. Well, at least we tried. A house up there. Should be a good spot to find something. And, notably, houses should be relatively,
Wait. I'm so cold and warming up again.
Let's go into this house. All right, so we're warming up. Yeah, figures the lights don't work. No Lavar. Awesome. Cardboard box. Search freezer. Nothing in the freezer. Of course there isn't. Tin of coffee. Interesting.
Thank goodness.
So I'm looking for a hatchet. Hatchet would be nice, considering. So. Fishing tackle. I could definitely go for more, honestly, worth it. Because it's going to help me with the wind and the warmth, and I need that right now, so, like... There we go. Wear that. That'll help keep me warm. Let's see, can I deconstruct this? There ought to be... You would think there would be, like, some kind of chimney system in here. Like you could start a fire inside. Apparently not. Guessing this is it. Fireplace. Start fire. Well, what do you know? I was like, you'd think there'd be a fire pit. Oh, hey, look, a fireplace.
Come on.
There we go.
I think I can use this.
So. Needs more fuel. Just have to find more fuel. It does not require a hatchet to break down a broom to make it to fire starting or fire material. That's I'm gonna have to call BS on that one. Come on.
That'll come in handy.
Ooh. What do we got? Looking for stuff like flashlights. Flashlight especially. Firewood would be nice. A hatchet for making firewood. I'm reluctant to burn a match to try and find anything of that sort. Book. I saw a book somewhere. Got it. Another book. Awesome. Any more books? Bookshelf, please. No, doesn't look like it. Start that fire because I want to cook some more and need to make some tinder. I can do that. Craft a tinder plug. Man, can't do that either. But I can break down the cardboard boxes for it. Last I recall, yeah.
Come on. Turned out pretty well.
Let's add some fuel. Start cooking. Anything else we can cook? Select. And a cup of coffee. Why not? Oh, hey, there's a book right here. 40 minutes in here of nice warmth. The wind's still going down. I have no idea how to fix that. Let's drink some soda. Why not? Definitely not like a pure wood survival style thing, like you would expect from something like DayZ, or or rather, we have cedar. Where I saw cedar firewood. Where that? Okay, we have some cedar firewood in here. Now that we're nice and warm, let's see what there is. I do need to remember this house, but I think I should be fine for that. But yeah, this is sort of like a DayZ kind of thing, where it's not purely just survival in the woods. Energy bar. Don't need that yet. Take this. A lot of stuff for tinder in here. Come on, what else we got?
Can't
Water
have
bottle.
too much water.
Very true. Okay.
Best be prepared for anything.
There we go. So these are a little better for warmth. That's good. Looking for warmth and wind resistance. That's what we want. What else we got in here?
This'll come in handy.
More coffee. Quick soda. Hi! Common ground cell. If that's in the game, I just started this game. I haven't played it all.
I could use this.
It is me completely going in without. I'm not familiar with that plant. Is it like? Oh, what is it here? Might not be native to where I live. I've never heard of it. Or it might be. I'm not completely... Oh! I might remember it if I take a look. Hold on. Sometimes names can be rough. I actually think... I actually don't specifically recognize the plant, but I know stuff that looks like it. The tufts, I would think, would be good for insulation. You need a lot of them, though. The other thing with invasive species is sometimes they're localized. Like, I'm sure if I went to, like, they might not be where I am,
Use this.
but they might be in, like, more urban areas. Invasive species tend to form in pockets. They spread from there. Like, for example, mile a minute, we just got that where I am. You probably should if it's invasive. The way I like to do it is if I can find a use for it, that's the best, because then it's like if they come back, ooh, perfect. Typically, a good thing for invasives is to harvest them in full and then dry them off on a rock and use them as a fire starter, or just fuel for fires in general. Tends to help a lot. Okay, so I'm looking for some stuff. Some accelerant, that's nice. In general, invasive species should be removed if you can manage it, but from what I saw as I looked it up, it was more of a ground-bearing plant, and one of the ones that looked like it colonized less ideal zones, like dandelion, if that makes any sense. Like, it wasn't picky about where it was growing, let's put it that way. So... So that's the house, let's remember that. In general, you know, I would say remove it, but it's not entirely necessary.
I'm gonna need to rest soon.
Especially if nothing else was growing there. For example, you have to make a judgment call. Is nothing else growing there because they're crowding other plants out, or is nothing else growing there because nothing else would grow there, period? Like, for example, if they're growing in a drainage ditch that drains from the street, the soil's probably too salty to support other life. Oftentimes I will, like, one of the worst invasive species is, what's that stuff called? The reeds, the common reeds. Oftentimes, like, they're a terrible invasive species, but they also colonize places that would otherwise be... Missed that.
Thank goodness.
Hello. They would colonize places that otherwise wouldn't grow anything, especially like stuff where the salt would run off from the road as they were de-icing it. So I clearly need to sleep. But as for any invasive species, if you can find a use for it, it's better to use that than a non-native species. Yep, that's always the catch. It's like the one for me is multiflora rose. Garlic mustard is rough, but at the same time, it's not as bad as stuff like multiflora rose. At least garlic mustard comes up easy. Tends to propagate like mad, but at least it comes, you know, you can pull it out of the ground without issue. Some energy bars. I've actually revised how I look at stuff like garlic mustard and well, not garlic mustard, but Norway maple. Now, if only I could see where I was. What I will say is any invasive species that prevents other invasive species from growing there is one you want to have extreme caution about removing, because you could just make it worse. Honestly, why do that? Because, I mean, while the Norway maple trees are here, might as well use them for nice firewood. They make good firewood. They make good cabinetry, apparently. I've never made cabinets out of them, but apparently they make good cabinetry. So, that's firmly one of those trees that's, you know, good for use in... do I have any form of light? I don't want to use wooden matches. That's a terrible idea. Because... I guess I'm just going to have to figure out... here's the trick. I'm going to turn the lights off in my room. That wasn't an improvement. Still can't see anything. I'm kind of stuck.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, I've got this. Alright, now I'm finally in an area where I can see. Yeah, the way I see it, while the Norway maples are here, might as well use them. Especially as opposed to using other native species. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking out a small native tree if you're going to use it for something. And you're not just recklessly destroying nature. If it's, you know, especially if it's crowding out other stuff, or it's not as healthy as it should be. Maybe it's, you know, very common tree shading out a less common tree, depending on how you want to. It's always kind of hard because you don't want to like garden the woods as too much, you know. The way I see it, if they're here, use them. So it seems clear to me that in this game, I really need to sleep the night away. So I'm actually going to head back upstairs. I'm not tired enough. Of course I'm not. So let's pass some time. Because you do not go out at night. That's always the difficult part, because the problem is I have no reaction to the compound in poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. I know for a fact poison ivy. There's slight differences between the compound. It's the same compound, but I think it's the actual technical chemical composition can vary a little bit, as it can with the most kinds of organic compounds. Like, not every fat's the same. Same deal. I think it's called a rushiol. But yeah, at least for poison ivy, I have no reaction to this stuff. 0. So it's always hard when I'm like, well, I'm telling people about poison ivy when I have no reaction to it. So I'm probably not even the best person to talk to when it comes to poison ivy. Oof. Yeah, I feel for you, man. So we got... got a rifle. Nice peep sight at the back. Can't craft. Bedroll pedestal. Okay. So this center wheel is the most important thing. But I can put this away. Yeah, I wish I could help you with some personal experience here, but I just don't have any. I know the thing that they use is like calamine lotion, and grab all this stuff. Books and newspapers, all good for starting fires.
I could use this.
Anything else in here? It's hard without a flashlight. I definitely need to find something like that. Next place, I suppose. It's a little tiny house right here. What do we got in terms of water? There we go. Antiseptic, that's nice. The trouble with any tiny thing is that it's almost impossible to take out. Like, I'm trying to remember. Here's the other problem. I've probably seen... Let me refresh my memory. Oh yeah, we don't have that here either. But it does remind me of the plant that's closely related to mint that we have. I think ground sedge or whatever. Or something of that sort. The problem with tiny stuff is that you can't handle it by hand unless you wanted to spend, you know, the entire day basically on your hands and knees picking them, and then you just come back. You basically have to control them on a more macroscopic level, either planting other native species around them, or any other sort of thing. I'm not doing that in the middle of the winter in the woods. That's a terrible idea. So basically you have to figure out what to plant around them to crowd them out. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work too well otherwise. Now, trying to find... I've got a gun. I don't really need a gun right now. I need a hatchet and a flashlight. That's not the kind of light I want. Got here. Thick wool sweater. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I would plant something more along the lines of what's a tree that really? I mean, the things that grow up the fastest are probably the aspens, but a lot of people don't like aspens. For some reason, I love them. But,
I think I can use this.
Cherries also grow really quickly. And they're lovely. I love those. First aid kit. Come on.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Gotta find a flashlight somehow. Oh, wait, I think you're supposed to make torches. Derp. And now that I think about it, that would be the idea. Let me get back to that big house. Make myself a nice fire. But yeah, Norway maple's not that bad of a tree if it's contained. It just doesn't like being contained. Like, I mean, there are plenty of trees that are more than happy to be non-native and not cause problems. Like, most trees, actually. Trees are terrible at becoming invasive species, but they manage sometimes.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Well, that didn't work.
Been there. Although not often in the situation like this, if you can't start a fire in a fireplace, I do think it's easier. They made it easier in an actual fireplace, which it should be, as opposed to out in the snowdrifts. That's how it would be. So far, I am pleasantly surprised. Well, not actually. Let me phrase that. I am. A lot of the stuff they've done is accurate. As far as pleasantly surprised is concerned, well, Let's sit here for a second and cook some food. Find potable water. Water. Select. Melt some snow. Cook. What I will say is I was expecting it to be more, they're actually doing really well, giving me horrible allergies. The ash trees around, I've treated them. In fact, I might even treat some more. I got the more pesticide for it. Debating on whether or not I want to use it this year on more trees or save it for next year. Not that expensive stuff. But they're doing really well, actually. The ones that have survived the winter are doing remarkably well. But yeah, well enough to put a bunch of flowers out and make me sneeze a bunch. Which I suppose is good. Yeah, I wish this game was more like... So far I've just been sitting in houses. Which, I mean, okay, but like... Definitely want to keep that boiling. Now we can really give this place a look over. Can't believe I missed that. So, this is worse. This is... I'd argue worse. Probably worse. This is better, though. Tinder plug. Yeah, tons of stuff you miss if you're just walking around here without a torch. Yeah, I literally feel my eye itching right now. Speak of the devil. And I know it's the ash trees because that's the only thing that's flowering right now. Cook a cup of coffee. And another cup of coffee. But yeah, I wish... I suppose, you know, I can't say like, oh, I wish this game was different. It's like, you then pick a different game. But, Cup of coffee. Hey, what? I'm from Jersey. What do you expect? Cup of coffee. Antibiotics right on top of the toilet. That's, you know... I do like the fact that it doubles up. That it's like layers. Because, yeah... You're in the northern Canadian wilderness. You know how many layers you have to wear? A lot. Stump remover. Revolver ammo. I do have a gun. I would like... Although now that I think about it, I do have a light right now. It's just... I kept expecting like, oh, I need some... I need to find like a flashlight when... Oh, dude, I'm in North New Jersey too. Where are you from? I'm right up in Sussex. I'm up in the part of North Jersey where it has like hills and mountains, and you have to convince people that you live in a part of Jersey that has hills and mountains, and they do not believe you. They never believe you. Ah. So, let me just restart this. North Jersey's just underrated.
Come on.
Thoroughly underrated. Everyone lumps it in Jersey Shore. Oh yeah, but... Hi, listener.
Turned out pretty well.
Torch. Add some books. And that ruined torch. Yeah, they just might. But it is what it is. Hopefully they last as long as they can. With any luck, if you can treat them, they should survive. Because the bugs will just move on. Only a very small percentage of the trees are ever going to be treated. I'd actually guess the percentage of the trees that are naturally resistant is going to be higher than... What the... How do I grab this? Yeah, there we go. There's a hatchet.
Use this.
Where's that hatchet? How do I select the hatchet? Weapons. Food, light sources, drink, first aid, campcraft. Nothing of that sort. Navigation, no. Okay, so 2 is the gun. Nice. Yeah, and the treatment's just super inexpensive. Like, stupid inexpensive. You do need quite a lot per tree, but it's not that bad. Scrap metal. Ooh, a toque. Oh, this is actually worse. So I'm gonna just harvest that. Yeah, the funny thing is that it would definitely cost way more to remove them than it otherwise would. You know, to save them. Gone through here before, but I think I might have better lighting now. New spot's probably better. Yeah, they might not have done the studies that showed that, you know, what chemicals were effective. It's like you don't just dump pesticide on a tree because you know. I'm sure there were places where they dumped pesticides on trees, and in some cases it probably didn't work. And you have to be kind of, kind of careful with how, how pesticides are used. I already went through here. Okay. Clearly not the cabinets, though.
I better take this food.
So we are running a little low on food. Nice map, I guess. I guess you probably have to find a map, maybe? Or, like, find either a physical, like, paper map or landmarks to put on a map. Yeah. It's a shame, honestly. Strip all this stuff down. This stuff's kind of heavy. Ooh, leather. That's nice. Yeah, and when they die that way, they get really brittle. Is the main problem. Like really brittle. Let's see what's up here. Honestly, he's kind of right. It's best to sort of start replanting stuff now, assuming stuff hasn't already started replanting, which it may have, or resprouting. Okay. Let's see here. What is up here? Parka, nice. And honestly, even if you were to plant ash trees, they'd probably, resprout and. But I wouldn't. You never know; they might come back. Probably would be good, but I don't know. I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff. Alright, let's see what we've got in terms of... Where? So this worn thermal underwear. Let's harvest that up.
I need anything right about now.
I'm working on it. Munch on some beef jerky. Let's find a place to sleep. We're a little over encumbered. So let's figure out. Let's eat this because it weighs so much. And I can take stock of stuff a little bit later. Definitely a lot of these pieces of paper are what needs. He might be talking about there are some diseases that you can just cut off and burn. You know, if you just cut off the afflicted area and set it on fire, then that works. Pry bar.
Use this.
That's nice. I'd assume we're over encumbered considering I just grabbed a metal crowbar. Let's craft some tinder plugs. You might have only seen the like, I highly doubt that the it was that quickly that it got infected and then died. Because, I mean, like, that just don't happen. I hear wolves. Time to leave. Where's a spot that has a fire pit? Fireplace. Let's go back up to that big house. Because I know it has one. Yeah, but a couple of days, it would have had to have infected before then. You probably just saw it succumb. Because with trees, I mean, they don't... I heard bad noises, I'm running. Yeah, you probably just saw it succumb. Which, I mean, sucks in its own right, but, like...
Come on.
Do you remember what it looked like? Because, I mean, I'm not the best with tree diseases, but I roughly know what most of them look
Turned out
like.
pretty well.
Let's cook this banged up tomato soup. Also might have been a really old tree. That also sometimes happens, where it's just such an old tree that it just gives out, you know. I think I have some water. Let me drink the sodas. You know, actually, in a survival situation, soda's not bad. Stuff that is otherwise terrible for you tends to be pretty good. let's take stock of this inventory here. How much are we carrying, and why does it weigh so much? Okay. Let's craft all these tinder plugs and then like store them in a box somewhere, if that's at all possible. Like, were there any telltale signs that you know, like, what it looked like? Oh, okay. Well, in a second. I have to sleep now anyway. Oh yeah, that looks like a fungus. Some kind of leaf wilt. Come on. It's not quite morning yet. Woke up fully rested, and I need some water. Yeah, I need more water, actually. Hold on. Let's figure out how to get back down the stairs. Okay. Let's figure. There's the fireplace. Come on. Where, oh, where is the fireplace? Come on. Seriously cannot find the fireplace? Like, come on. It is dark in here, my goodness. Just completely and utterly stumbling around in the dark. I gotta make a proper Discord. I mean, I had a server, but didn't. I need to make a new one. Sort of just like sputtered out. In fact, I'll do that this weekend. Make like a proper Discord.
I would drink almost anything about now.
Where, oh, where is this fireplace? I keep seeing it, but I can't find the actual. Okay, I'm assuming this is it right here. Yes, this is it. But why can I not? Let's open this up. I'll just be sure to come by next stream, or I'll just I'll post a video when I set it up. Maybe that'll be my upload tomorrow, or a part of my upload. I'll get I'll put the Discord up. I have to find this fireplace. You wouldn't think it would be this hard, but alas, apparently it is. There we go. Found it, finally. Yeah, we'll get the Discord back up and running.
Come on.
Because it's currently 4 people and it's just a total mess. That's the main thing. It's just a mess. It definitely needs cleaned up. Ooh, look, Miss Special. Just kidding. Alright. Let's cook more water. Let's see what we can hack. Hack this to pieces. Cook some nice coffee. Break some stuff down. Where's some more stuff? I guess some stuff broke or something. I suppose. Happens, you know. Oh, I didn't mean to repair that. Cancel. Thank you. Maybe? I don't know. Let's cook this thing. Actions. Harvest this thing. Hour and 30 minutes. Am I leveling up these skills? Because that's a long time to chop up a bench enough to burn it. Not all that hard to munch. Grasses are hard, dude. I have Not my forte, that's for sure. Right. I'm gonna start heading down here. Maybe up this way. Grasses tend to get a little easier to identify when they start flowering, though. Or going to seed. They tend to be more variable when it comes to that. What do we got in here? As far as how do you make campcraft? Snow shelter. 15 sticks and some cloth. Let's get to work on that. Here. What do we got? Rose hips. I was about to say, there shouldn't be berries here, but rose hips would be around. So I stand corrected. That is a kind of fruit that would happen to be there during the winter, even up in Canada. Scenic view. This is good. Can get a look, see it. Supply bin.
This will keep the land burning.
Let's eat some candy. Keep the food up. And a nice hot cup of coffee. Grab some sticks. Branches. Let's make that snow shelter, because I need to figure out some way to progress in this game. And as of right now, like, I do like that things are, in, like, calories, you know? That's cool. I do like that. So, snow shelter. Oh, there's a bunny there. Build our little snow shelter right in here. Can't do that, apparently. How about right in here? Why can I suddenly not make any of this? Too far away to place object. Oh. Let's build this thing. Really no reason you would want to have a place like this. Let's use this. This is interesting. So let's try making a fire now. Alright, see ya. See ya, Justin.
Turned out pretty well.
Boil some water. Use it. This should warm you up pretty good as well. Now, I have to figure out how I'm supposed to, let's grab some stuff. Prepare some rose hips. Just drink this. Campfire embers. Come here. I'd rather not use a rifle caliber bullet on a. Oh, this is interesting. I figured that was a resource. Yeah, one using a rifle caliber bullet on a. Poor little rabbit would probably result in it turning into paste and not being of much use to anyone. And also just, you know, if I'm going to use a rifle caliber bullet, might as well just take down a deer. Stone. I think this might have been what I was missing in terms of a little wet. Probably should have eaten these chips and then had the water, but oh well. What's up here? I don't think I can see. Definitely not that straightforward of a game. But, what is? Let's dismantle this thing. Because I don't really need this too much. What do we got in terms of... Definitely slow going on stuff like cooking and fire starting. Cattails. That's good food. It's also another winter wild edible. Good one, too. Not much you can find in the wilderness that is more or less starchy. It tends to be on the better side of things to actually eat. It's no greens, put it that way. A lot of times it's like, well, you can eat it, but it's just greens, so it's not going to do you much good. Stuff like dock leaves. Oh, I didn't mean to climb down. Let's see. I'll just climb up here. Now what's this? A lot of winding, twisting sort of mountain passes in here. Now this looks like a cave.
This will come in handy.
So yeah, we're definitely going to get a sprain risk now.
Too much stuff to carry.
What can I get rid of? Or like scrap? These plugs weigh way too much, and they're too easy to obtain. Just drop a bunch of them. Oh, they only... I think the weight is combined.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. So what's really killing me over in here? Charcoal, flare shells. Oh, the recycled cans. Ditch those. Although this I'll do. Oh, that's how you make the, So I'm going to drop this stuff. Drop all this. And build a little fire pit right in here. Definitely need more matches or some other way to start a fire.
Come on.
Well, we're not dead yet, so that's kind of nice, actually. Nice little bedroll here. And let's cook something. Why not? Cook a nice pot of coffee. Prepare some rose hips. I think you can just eat this. Normally you would cook it, but like, I guess, alas no. Just eat this too, I guess. Now I'm trying to figure out how to build a camp. Like a decent camp. some of this reclaimed wood. What else can I ditch and scrap? Definitely gotta look up how to craft stuff. I can't figure this out. Take all this stuff. More stuff for... Looks like you're not supposed to go here. Nice. Definitely gonna have to figure out... Because I kind of wanted to go in perfectly blind, but if I can't figure out how to craft stuff, then we got, obviously, some kind of problem. So... some kind of vice, I guess. I just don't know how you make a crafting... Either you gotta find it or make it? I don't know. I'm gonna go looking. That looks like a birch tree. Not the best birch tree I've ever seen, but it's a birch tree, I think. Probably. Don't seem to be able to harvest it, though. I think we're back to where we were. Well, the way I see it, need to get back to civilization. Because right now, I don't know of any, functional way of, like, either starting fires without matches or making my own matches. Looks like a plane. Oh, you better not. You better not. I told you not to. How do you... Oh wait, I need to click it right. Nothing to harvest? Oh. It's harvest everything. I dropped it? Why did I drop it? Cloth. Bunch of stuff up in here. Well, should probably just start her up.
Turned out pretty well.
Cook. Cook some wolf meat. Workbench. Now, how do I get to a workbench? And how do I cure hide? Why do I keep dropping stuff? Need some more sticks. Because I'm going to want to build this shelter. Unfortunately, that wolf sort of derailed me a bit.
It's dusk, so night can't be far behind. That'll come in handy. Let's start this fire back up. So I'm still, like, in the dark here. Come on. Come on.
We don't have any tinder? Oopsie. Let's make some tinder plugs real quick. Gonna be a little cold. That's for sure.
if a little cold was the world's biggest understatement, it would be freezing. Man, is it hard to see in here. Like I thought I knew where I was gonna be. What's it matter at this point?
I'll start a fire here and then use the torch to light the other fire.
That didn't work.
Unless it's right here.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Probably should be using the accelerant, to be honest.
Come on. Well, that didn't work.
Let's make another piece of tinder. And I'm using the accelerant next time. So where were we? Got turned around, which honestly, that's an accurate thing that would happen. You would get turned around quite a lot. It happens.
Damn it.
And let's make sure that this is going good before I make another thing of tinder. I do want to get this back to cooking. Clearly, I am not the best at this game.
Come on.
Although I'd like to think it's not the result of... Yeah. I would hope it's, not the result of poor execution on the part of, being a decent survivalist, but rather, not the easiest thing. Try and figure out, because it's like, I need to craft stuff. Where do I craft stuff? Not very straightforward. It's almost as if... I feel like games nowadays require you to look at the wiki. Or rather, good luck if you're not looking at the wiki, rather. So let's, let's move stuff from there to here. Or actually, add fuel. Add fuel. It's an interesting sort of thing where you're taking the torches, which I suppose, if you're just looking at this as a lit, log, you could, just toss them in. though, before I do that, let's crack this open. What? Alright.
I could use a drink.
I think I have water. Should at least. I have this. Let's use this. Warm up. Gotta get back to that bedroll. Some kind of shelter. Well, as I sit here and wait for that stuff to cook, or rather, I don't know if... Yeah, these won't be done by the time... What I'll do is I'll take a little torch. That still has 4 minutes left. Find some sticks. Burn those. There we go. Break down. So let's cook a can of water. Nice. Thing of coffee, just to keep me awake. Can be used for after air drying indoors for 5 days. So I just need to find a house. You know, let me look that up real quick. Cause like at this point I'm at a loss. Like, what if I get inside and it's like, how do I dry it? Oh, okay. So they just need to be indoors, I guess. Alright. Luckily, I do have the location on my map of this spot right here that is indoors, I guess. Dismantle this real quick. All right. still very much... So if I start walking in this direction... It's a bad idea, but... hopefully I'll be able to... Honestly, it's a terrible idea, but... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a fire, make a torch, and then continue lighting torches, fires with torches, until I make it back to that little base right there.
That did it.
So I'm going to take a torch and try and head back. Is this a terrible idea? Well, yes. But, can't be out at night too long. Ooh! Bit of a sprain. Fell down here, that's not good. Apply some antiseptic.
Why didn't that work?
Treatment did not do anything. Pain. Fall. Oh, wait, yeah. Duh. And I don't have enough tinder plugs for a fire. Great. Which means I'm going to need to use another match. So I guess I'm just going to make some more tinder plugs. In fact, let's just do this right now. Also, it's a terrible idea, but... pass some time. It's gonna be very, very cold. Cancel. Alright. Awfully cold. That was a terrible survival decision, but at this point, I'm just...
Freezing.
I am not happy with this game so far. But I mean, like, that's fine. I don't have to be perfectly happy with the game. No one said I had to enjoy it.
Come on.
I would have liked to have seen one skill up so far. At least, like, one skill up would be nice.
Come on.
Alright. Firewood, that's nice. So. Healing natural tea. Alright, let's look at that. We just don't have enough rose hips yet. Oh. Would you look at that? Yeah, rose hips wouldn't... I see what they mean by, like, yeah, don't use stuff like this, because... Yeah, this isn't survival training, because rose hips will not heal a sprained ankle. So that's frozen. Frozen solid. Treatment didn't do anything. Great. Oh, we have bandages. Why wasn't I using the bandages? Derp. Yay! Healed that stupid sprained ankle. So, let's chop this up. Toss some sticks in and start chopping up this deer. Cook. You know what? Boil some water. Man, this night is lasting forever. And great, we're cold. I'm actually going to drink this because it should warm me up. Right? I didn't do that. Darn it.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
chalk this up too. It's mainly the cold of the night that's annoying. Realistic, but annoying. Let's cook some more water. Oh, so the meat doesn't actually take that long to harvest.
So cold.
Oh, shut up about the cold. You're fine. Now the question is, how I'm gonna sort of like heal up.
Too cold to think. Feels like something is sapping my energy.
It's too windy to sustain this fire. Big fires tend not to have that problem. Oh, so here's like a... There's like a cave in there too. There we go. Finally, some warmth. Moldy venison. Afflictions. Brain risk. Do have a lot of water. Honestly, we can start heading back. Very slowly come down.
My fingers feel numb. Looks like I made it through another night.
Ooh, flare. Cool.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Alright, let's see where that... Where this... What can we drop?
Plant fuel. Could be useful.
Oh, here's what I can do. Or, put materials right in here.
So cold. Just want to lay down for this.
Apparently I'm cold again. Great. Whoa, okay. Interesting. So I need some kind of fire starter. Any matches in here?
Is it food or...
Having to constantly use those matches was not good. No siree. So what I'm going to do here is quickly mark this as... this. And then so let's what else can I drop? I can drop all this stuff. Hey, why can I carry so little? That's my question. What I could do is make a torch, but I don't know how long I'm gonna have if I make that torch, you know? Like, I need a way out of here and back to civilization, basically. Next time I'm not going off of the roads. If I could find a way down. It's not looking good. Here's what I'll do.
Just need to close my eyes.
I'll make a torch. Can I light the torch? A usable tool to start fire in inventory, because of course I don't. Okay. So, I need to find my way back up. I was expecting to come up here to try and make my way back home. Didn't work. Did not work. Probably gonna need to go through this way. Yeah. Fortunately, without fire starting materials, I'm not in a good spot. I haven't been able to find any matches. And that torch was my sort of get out of jail free card to be like, oh, well, hopefully that lasts. Okay, so we're back up here. But no fire starter, which is bad. I was trying to figure out where I came from. I must have come from here instead. Yeah, we ain't doing so hot. Can't seem to get out of here. Maybe I came from this direction? Gonna have to do some pretty drastic things to get off of this mountain. Let's see if I can't come up through here. Basically, what I need to do right now is... Oh, I came down through there, it looks like. There's the wolf I shot. Sorry. He did try to eat me.
Feeling so drained.
I think the main issue here was that I ran into the woods, and come to think of it, that would be a terrible decision. But I thought it was like a game. I was like, oh, I gotta go into the woods to find resources. So yeah, definitely a lapse in judgment there. The other issue with games is that they don't teach survival oftentimes in a way that's like, you know, tangible. Like, obviously you don't want to go around, you know, if you're trying to survive, you don't run into the woods. Like, there's more resources in Civilization. But, live and learn. I'm not dead yet. Let's see if we can light this way. We can! I don't know why I didn't think of that before, but we can.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Now here's what we do. Let me cook some rose hips real quick.
Fires at embers. Gotta do it. Life or death. I didn't see any sticks, so... It's probably the most sense I've had in the last, a while.
I haven't had much sense this entire playthrough. But,
it is what it is, I suppose. Now, what are we looking at in terms of, like, alright. Time to head back to the houses. And get back to, not being an idiot. Because that excursion into the woods, well, educational was not, good for me. Not that that's a hot take. So there's that radio tower. Let's see, what can we ditch? Let's drink all this stuff. Drop the whole jug of water. Drop the pot. Got the cans. Although I shouldn't have dropped that. You know, this is, especially when it comes to survival games, you're not always making the best of decisions in the beginning. So we went past this radio tower. I definitely need to get back to sleep. You know, find a nice spot to go to sleep. Because, like, the one unrealistic thing in this game that I will say, fire should not go out that easily. You know, a fire does not go out after an hour. Typically would take several hours. And you wouldn't have to constantly keep using the matches, which is probably the idea. It's like, oh, well, it keeps you using the matches. But that's not, realistic. You wouldn't want to keep using matches like that. You'd want to keep the fire going by giving it fuel. But, I understand it from a gameplay perspective. So my condition's really low. I'm gonna sleep to fix that. I know there's a nice warm bed in this house. You see, that's another thing. You don't give up. Like, there was a second there where I was like, I'm not making it back to base. I'm freezing. I haven't slept. But then I was like, wait a minute. I have the flare. The flare has an auto-ignite. Why, why hadn't I thought of that sooner? So what I'm going to do now is drop these hides, and they'll cure. And eventually I gotta get those guts so that they can cure. Or I'll just find more gear or something.
Well, not dead.
Certainly a plus. Alright. So, I have an idea. Also, this map is literally useless. Eventually I'll have to figure out how to properly use it, but as of right now, I haven't had much luck. These houses look like they're full of yeah, let's just keep entering stuff and then to try and find opening hood. Car battery. Leave it. And a trunk. Glad I kept the pry bar.
I think I can use this.
Soda, that's helpful. Alright. Hard to say that I'm in a better spot than I was when I started, but things could be worse. Could certainly be worse. Tomato soup, dog food. Matches. I need matches.
Thank goodness.
Nice warm bed, too. Matches, please? No.
This stuff will come in handy.
Trying to give this place more of like a thorough look down, because you miss stuff. There we go. Always double check, because clearly I'm an idiot. Alright, new plan. We don't leave that one house. Or rather, I stay like I make a permanent base there. Because so far, place is looking kind of nice. Where is the door out of this place? Ah, here it is. Let's check this place too while we're here. Hot belly stove. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So... this place is a little more compact. It's hard to say that's a good thing.
This will come in handy.
Okay. I don't think I gave it a thorough, look, like at all. But, I mean, my condition's doing pretty good. We found the matches. We're definitely doing better than we were. Definitely gonna have to figure out, probably just look at the wiki. As for... I heard a wolf. Time to head back. As for how you're supposed to craft stuff, you get the crafting thing. Let's get this thing started. And I might just call it after that. You know what? At this point, I'm done. Done with this.
I did it.
So this increases the, I think you can increase the time even further. Maybe I just haven't been adding enough wood for it to matter. Alright, also,
something to drink.
Thirsty.
Soon.
Very, very thirsty. Nothing that can be cooked. Let's melt some snow then. 3 hours for 6 reclaimed wood. Hardly worth it. But, 8 minutes. That's worth it.
Oh, so basically I was just doing it wrong.
You have to, give the fire a lot of wood to burn. Like, a lot of it. And then it behaves and does a lot of good stuff. But if you don't, no.
I am probably going to look up how to, like, make it work in terms of, crafting. Because, like, I'm at an impasse there. I got no idea.
Got no idea what they want me to do there. Oh, completely boiled away.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
That hatchet is taking a beating, though. Although I'm sure I'll find some more. So you need a whetstone to sharpen it. Okay. Do I have any more, Oh, I have potable water. I was like, do I have any, like, things to sip? Like soda or something like that? But I literally have potable water. Oh my goodness. Pass time until ready. Pass time until ready. Take. Pick up. And pick up. Alright, let's walk up and get to sleep. So I'm pretty certain not sure. Yeah, I want to like get more fire material, but maybe that's for another time when I can have a proper sort of fire experience where I actually properly make the stuff,
last.
Okay. Yep. Well, more or less, I need sleep. I need it now, so... Nice, a bed. Man, things get rough when the lights are off. I don't even know if you guys can see any of this. Oh, I'm in the room with the bed.
Sleep for a solid 6 hours since I only got like 2.
So the fire's gonna be out. So, I don't want to leave future me with too much in the way of like, well, you're not dead. I guess you can thank me for that. I do want to like give a little more in terms of like I want to provide a bit more than just not death. You know. Let's put on the better gear. There we go. That's some good gear. So how do I repair stuff? I suppose I should like find drop. We just drop whatever's not feasible to. Eventually, I'll like strip it. I figure, but like right now, I don't know. When it comes to actually like repairing this kind of stuff. Actions. This is very warm. So let's repair that. Select tool. Failed. Great. There we go. This is basically me just trying to figure out how I'm supposed to do stuff. Let's harvest some more stuff and then get ready to head out. So right here, I'm going to survey local area, I guess. Oh! That's cool. Finally figured out how the map's supposed to work. That's convenient, I guess. Anything in here? I can see there's a knife. Store that at the house. I hear wolves. So I have, anytime I'm outside, I'm gonna need to have the gun out.
That'll come in handy.
We'll leave that right now. Cup of herbal tea. Nice.
I can always use more food.
Also, if anyone says, "Oh, those are moldy," yeah.
Oh, what a way to die. Oh, I just want to die.
Did I get food poisoning? Yeah. Antibiotics. Let's drop that instead. Wait for it to just... the peanut butter got me. So I had the 2 antibiotics. I was about to make a point about, well, if it's moldy, it's fine, but just like, you know. It can make you sick, but usually in a survival situation, you want to eat it anyway. Especially if you have nothing else to eat. But clearly, I got unlucky there. It happens. It happens. Very difficult to see, I will say. I might have set the brightness too low. Or I might set it just right and that's supposed to be just painfully difficult to see. Oh. Do hear wolves, so I gotta be on my feet. That looks like a wolf. Yep. Looks like a wolf, sounds like a wolf, probably is a wolf. Okay. If I make it to the house, should be fine. Is there like a backdoor entrance? You know what? With any luck, they won't be here. As soon as I've already searched this one. Okay. I also kind of don't want to leave future me with a wolf problem. That would not be good. How am I supposed to make that stupid crafting thing?
Let me actually look that up as I stand here, because like that clearly is gating a lot of the other stuff.
So, we also need
I'm
sleep.
gonna need to rest soon.
Oh, yeah. Got a workbench. Where do you like find a workbench? Or, yeah, you have to find it. So, I do think I'm actually going to need to sleep and then... Let me sleep for an hour. Just hopefully the wolves leave, I would think. Just enough to sort of tide me over. Because I'm probably gonna want to come back here and sleep during the night. Because
If I don't rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
so there's the wolf. What's up there? That might be a better sort of spot. Might have a crafting bench. That is what I'm looking for right now. Crafting bench. There's a dead deer there. Typically not a good sign. Oh, still up there. %, frozen, it's not going anywhere. Where we got? Where are you? Where are you?
My energy is just disappearing.
Here, wolf. I don't think it sees me though. Whew. Any means of sleep.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
So we have a wolf problem. Clearly. I gotta find a spot with a workbench. That might be good. Okay, so here's what I need to do.
I'm so tired. I could just lay down right here.
So I'm gonna take a little screenshot so I remember that I need to go down here. You know what? There's no way there's not a bed over here. There's no way there's not... There's gotta be a bed in one of those houses. And come to think of it, the only thing I'm gonna get back there is wolves. And I only got 4 bullets. I hear 2 wolves. And I'm currently so tired I can barely hold the gun. So, new direction it is. Is there any, like, energy drink or soda that I can drink to... try to stave off some sleep? No. Clearly non-caffeinated. Overall, my survival decisions have been... I mean, they're not terrible, I'm still alive, but, like... certainly could have made some better ones. I hear another wolf. So I suppose I better be ready. Paradise Meadows Farm. Do a little survey here. Tad bit tired at the moment. Scrap metal. Found a workbench. This is good. So I need to transition from that spot over there to over here. Oh no, you don't. No. Requires Paradise Meadows farm key. Because of course it does. Is there any back door?
Can't manage to pry it open. Break a window. Now that I find annoying. Because realistically, I'm tired. I'm in a survival situation. That door is opening. I dropped my bedroll in a bad spot, I suppose. Fire barrel right here. So yeah, back to town, I guess, until I can find some place to sleep. I'll just go to the nearest cabin. Which is honestly probably... No, that one had a wolf in it. They're really close. And I only got... I don't have an infinite number of shots. Farmhouse key. I have a pry bar! I literally have a pry bar. I have an axe and a pry bar. And that looked like a wood door. Pretty clear to me that it would be possible to crack that nut open.
My stomach. It hurts. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, and then there was that issue with the food poisoning. Yeah, that's a pain. Alright, now that I'm coming up onto the town, which is clearly wolf infested for some reason. I don't know why it's wolf infested, but it is. This place might be good to rest for a little while, since clearly, like a potbelly stove of some sort? No. Great. Let's get up to that house where I know I can do a little better. Oh, it's getting windy. It is getting windy. Ooh. Got any water? We do.
Got plenty of water.
Sleep a good 8 hours. Okay. You know what? Let's sleep a couple more hours, because clearly wasn't enough to make the night go bye-bye. Alright. Let's get this fire started. Get like breakfast ready. That radio noise is unsettling. Definitely creepy.
I give this a full 5 creepies out of 5.
Get some water going.
And prepare those mushrooms.
This is honestly creepy. Like, really creepy. Very creepy. So I gotta figure out how I can make some wood, because we're running low on that. Yeah, I got nothing. Could chop up a chair. Yeah, I suppose that's what I'll do, and then I'll restart the fire. Which is not the greatest, but hey. Actually, you know what? I'll take this and then purify it. Because we have water purification tabs. There we go.
Could be doing better. Could be doing worse. Craft that.
Should definitely, now that I know how to make the maps and such. Alright.
Well, episode 1 was a bit of a learning experience. Didn't always make the best decisions. Hard to argue I made the best decisions 80% of the time. Honestly, the worst decision was leaving town and heading into the woods. Because, I mean, this game's pretty accurate in that being out in the woods and not having a base of operations and being out there for too long is bad. That's a terrible idea. But we lived, despite lack of trying, obviously. Clearly, for lack of trying to otherwise result in poor outcomes. Well, we're not dead. And, I think probably the highlight of the survival aspect was when I used the flare and the magazine I hadn't even researched at all yet to start a fire, and I survived. I was able to live. Certainly could have gone worse.
And now that I've sort of figured out the game a little bit better, maybe I can figure things out
For next time. Anyway, I do hope you guys learned something, enjoyed. And as always, I wish you the best. Till next time.